So what do we think about the news coming in that Roy Keane no longer in the running for Sunderland, Simon? What's our take on that? Would Roy Keane have been a good fit at this stage for Sunderland?
I think when I observe,
I'm also hearing that Grant McCann had his second interview on Tuesday. But
I
anyway,
think
that's by the by.
I don't know where Roy Keane is in his managerial career, because it obviously hasn't blossomed since Sunderland. I wrongly attributed not enough success to his first time at Sunderland, because he did far better than I imagined he did in the Premier League. I know he did great in the Championship and got him out. I felt he fell very quickly at the Premier League. He didn't. He did well in the first season, and then he fell apart because I think he fell out with Niall Quinn and everything that went with Ellis Short and how he didn't get what he wanted, which is often the case. For him, Roy going into Sunderland with this owner who is finding his way around the football world, irrespective of how much money his dad's got, he's a young man and you can't buy experience. We've all been there. You've got to learn your trade. Roy Keane has been a long time out of frontline management. He's been an assistant manager. We've seen nothing but Roy Keane in confrontations. And we do need a bit of that. You do need a bit of people getting their heads handed to them. But that can't be the only skill. It's got to be something more too. And I just think that Roy going down to League One, not a fit, just because he managed Sunderland once before. And I just think there's more problems for that young owner than there would have been solutions with Roy Keane in the short term, intermediate and long term. And Sunderland fans say, all we need to do is get out of the bloody divisions as a start. Yeah. I'm not sure Roy would have been the fit. I'm not sure at this stage in his evolution as a broadcaster, as a football man, as a person that coaches, that Roy would have been the right person for Sunderland. But he certainly did the first time round. And then you saw the difficulty he had with Marcus Evans at Ipswich and the challenges he had there. And it was a resounding failure at Ipswich. So I think it was a sentimental one rather than a realistic one. There was a sentiment about Roy Keane was very good. Roy Keane the player, Roy Keane the former Sunderland manager. But what Roy Keane have you got now?
I wonder if we'll see Roy again managing. Because I thought, I must admit, at the end of the day, I thought he would go into Sunderland. I thought it would happen, but now we're hearing no. He isn't getting the job.
Well, I mean, I make the point, and it's not because I'm walking around as an advertorial. I think people like Neil Warnock are better suited for that job. I know, not just because I like Neil, but I know what he's like to work with. He will put his arm around this Sunderland chairman, and he will guide him in the right direction. Yeah, Neil's a player. Every chairman he's ever worked for is the best chairman he's ever had. Right? He plays that game, but he also... I'm telling you, he's a pleasure to work with because he makes it easier. He doesn't make it us and them. He includes people in the equation. He does his own thing, and this guy needs a bit of help. This is a big football club he's got there. It's a big nut to crack with Sunderland in terms of the expectation of the fan base, the disappointment of where they are, and the predicament of actually where they are. And he's got to bring all those forces together. And you probably need a manager that's really able to work alongside him and work with him, and he's got the experience to know when to speak and when to be quiet to his chairman.
So you go with Neil.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.